and we'll help you look a little further.
The next question comes from David Hutchins, dog trainer, Pup MIA Pets. He says, the previous seller page looks snazzy. Current seller page looks like a Twitter page. Any plans to make that page look a little more legit to the audience?
So David, that's an interesting question. So our sort of focus as we move forward with the new design is to be closer to Twitter and Facebook in the sense that we want to make sure that the activity that's occurring on the site is what's most visible to users. So we want to make sure that the profile and the actions that are going on within the community are really what people see. If someone's joined the site and they're selling a lot of products and they're endorsing a lot of products and things are happening every day, we want someone to know that. And if someone else is pretty dormant and not very active, we want that to be publicly available as well, so that everyone has a sense of who's participating most heavily and can formulate their own opinions accordingly. That said, we are continuing to work on the design, and in addition to looking at sites like Twitter and Facebook, we are also looking at professional sites like LinkedIn and using that to inform our design decisions. So we'll continue to look to make improvements along those lines as well.
The next question comes from Blogo Mama. She says, I see low stock. Does that indicate the product is soon to be discontinued? How do we remove a product if we've changed our mind?
Sure. So this is Chris. I'll jump on these. So first of all, low stock indicates that there are fewer than 5 products listed in the product's inventory on OpenSky. It doesn't necessarily mean that it will be discontinued. That inventory count is controlled by the supplier. So sometimes suppliers set the low stock because maybe they're waiting to manufacture some more products, or maybe they just need to update their count and they haven't had time to do it recently. So you might want to reach out directly to the supplier. In the meantime, it is probably a good idea to keep in mind that once that count reaches 0, we will list the product as out of stock until the supplier lets us know that they have more. Because it's very important to us that we don't sell anything that someone doesn't actually have available. The second question, how do we remove a product if we've changed our minds? We show products on your profile to the public based on the product-specific post that you've told us about. So if you've listed a product-specific post and the product is listed on your profile and you don't want it listed anymore, browse to that product and you'll see in the lower right corner of that product page all of the product-specific posts that you've added. All you have to do is go ahead and click through to remove those product-specific posts. When you remove the last one, the product will still be visible on your own profile so that you have a permanent record if you decide to reintroduce it, but it will disappear for all shoppers. It will be hidden from the public, so only you will have that record.
Hey, Blogo Mama had one more question, which is, I hear there are several OpenSky promotional incentives. Will these continue, and how is it decided what seller gets what promotion? So I'll tackle that one. Everybody on the call should have gotten, or actually all of the old OpenSky sellers who have been with us for many months, we sent an email out this morning that had all of the incentives, and the incentives are the same for every seller, whether you're a small seller or a large seller. So what are incentives? What the incentives are we give cash bonuses if you hit certain sales thresholds. So if you sell more than 30 items this month, you get a bonus of, I believe it's $200. And those bonuses go up to $1,000 to $2,000. So we rolled all of those out to our older sellers this morning. All the new sellers that entered our platform today, you'll be getting that information tomorrow or Thursday in one of those 2 newsletters. So I stress that everyone should, always read their newsletter because it has lots of information in there, both about new sellers, new suppliers, but also various contests that we like to run for you guys, offers for your audience in terms of coupons or promotions, as well as sales incentives and things like that. And then the second part of the question, will these continue? We expect to continue with periodic, like sales incentives and bonuses and contests and things like that to keep the platform fun. But these do change from month to month. So if we roll out something and you are especially excited about it, don't think to yourself, well, I'll just do this next month. You should jump on it now, because I can't say, how things are going to change in the future, but we're always trying to keep things fresh. Our next question comes from Sarah. And she says, hi, I'm Sarah Malloy from 3 Seeds Natural Skincare, a supplier. So my profile picture is my brand logo. But I'd like the sellers to be able to put a face with my name. Will you add the capability to show more than one profile photo?
So Sarah, this is Chris from OpenSky. Yes, we'll look into that. The other option that you have is if you decide that you would like to show your own photo instead of your logo, you're also welcome to do that. Simply go back to edit your profile from your account page and go ahead and upload your photo of yourself, and it will override your logo. So with that, it looks like we're running a little bit long, so we're going to take questions from a couple more people that we got in over email, and then we're going to wrap up and turn to the technical conversation around addressing questions about installing OpenSky on your blog or website.
Okay, so the last question I'll read is also from Blogomama, and she said, on the product pages, I see seller earns about X dollars. What does about mean? The reason that we can only give you an estimate of how much you're going to earn as opposed to the exact number is the amount you earn is partially dependent on how many items are in an individual order and where the order is shipped from and to. So if one of your customers buys 10 things from you, then you'll make more money than if they bought 10 things in 10 different orders, because those 10 things will be bundled up in one individual package. Or if a shopper buys something from you and they live in Hawaii, you'll make less on that item than if they live, let's say, in Ohio, closer to wherever the supplier was mailing out the item. So the reason that we can't give you an exact amount is because it's dependent upon the shipping. So, and now I'm about to turn it back over to Chris to talk about WordPress. But before I go, excuse me, I just wanted to say again how excited we all are that you guys have joined us and everything that's coming in our future. And the list of improvements to the product and all the things that the product and dev team have on their plate is a mile long, and it's really exciting. And I think everybody's going to like it a lot. And again, I encourage everyone to be really persistent as they build up the platform, because our most successful sellers all started off their first day with no sales, quite frankly. And then they built up into incredible successful sellers selling, a couple hundred items a month. So just stick with it, and then we're always here if you need us by emailing help@shopopensky.com. So now I'll turn it back over to Chris to talk about WordPress.
Thanks. And before I do, I just want to say, Robert Simon, we will answer 3 awesome questions from Robert Simon in tomorrow morning's email to everyone. He sent quite a few good ones, so keep an eye out for that. We will also send some follow-up on this call, so if you missed any part of it, we'll be sending out notes so everyone can just follow up and read through everything. And again, email us at help@shopopensky.com if you have any questions. And with that, I'm going to turn to a technical conversation targeted specifically to sellers, and we're going to talk about installing OpenSky on your website. So if you are not interested in this conversation and you'd like to drop off the call, we're just going to give a 30-second break so that anyone who wants to drop off is welcome to drop off, and we look forward to speaking with you again at the next town hall call. All right. Great. So we're going to